underdog film, which is Remember the Titans. It was, I think I was maybe in high school or college at the time and had a big crush on one of the main characters, so that was probably more the reason than the actual underdog itself. Okay. So how would you all like if I could tell you that you could feel tomorrow morning you could wake up more rested, less stressed, and more alert? Would you be interested in hearing more?
Yes,
yeah?
please.
Okay, I see a lot of hands up. Okay. Please close your eyes. Sorry, so you have to close your eyes.
Eyes closed.
What I want you to do is first take a deep breath in. Let the air fill completely into your lungs until you can't breathe in anymore. Then I want you to breathe out. And again, let the air completely out of your lungs. Continue with that breath pattern. As you do this breathing, your mind, you might find that your mind starts to think about different things, like, why is Grace making me do this? What I want you to do is try to clear those thoughts out of your head and just focus on the breathing and my voice. Now picture you're floating on a cloud. I want you to smell the fresh air. Feel the lightness in your body. And look around and see all of the things that you love most. So picture your family, picture someone special to you, who you might bring happy thoughts in your mind, things that you might be proud of, or moments when you knew that your friends and family were proud of you. And just continue the breath for another 5 seconds. Okay, you can open your eyes. Congratulations, you have all just participated in meditation. Mm-hmm. Round of applause. I'm here to talk to you today about the many benefits of meditation. And I'm going to start with the first, which is better sleep. Now, when you meditate, especially if you meditate before bed, it's a way of clearing your head of all of the anxiety that you might have carried with you throughout the day. And by getting rid of that anxiety, your mind is rested enough that you can fall into sleep more easily than before. In fact, a stat that I read recently on Wikipedia is that 1/3 of all people have experienced insomnia at some point in their lives. So this is a very common challenge, and I think especially if we looked at Google employees or Walmart employees, we might see that number even higher. And I myself can relate to this particular challenge. I self-diagnosed insomnia since the age of 8, and I used to lie in bed. I don't think I even bothered telling my parents because I didn't want to bother them, but I used to lie in bed for hours. I probably went in bed at 9 p.m. and didn't fall asleep until 12 or 1 a.m. As a kid. And I tried everything. I had indefatigability to try to fall asleep, but nothing would work. So I tried counting sheep. I tried listening to music softly, sounds of rain. This is as I got older. Of course, my parents would have caught on if they heard rain in my bedroom. I tried watching television with the sleep. I don't know if anyone remembers the sleep timer. Mm-hmm. So it would shut off. But nothing seemed to work. And I sort of decided it was something I was going to live with, and I never really bothered, seeing a doctor or anything. And when I moved to San Francisco, which was probably about 8 years ago, I had a friend who was really into yoga and invited me to practice yoga at the Yoga Tree in the Castro. If anyone's familiar, it's an amazing place. And within my first hour of yoga, I discovered meditation, which I had never been exposed to before. And that night, I will never forget, that night, I slept like a baby. So that's my story. That's the first benefit. The second benefit is stress. So when you meditate, you're able to take all of the negative energy in your head, in your body, and get rid of it and refill it with positive energy. And in fact, it does actually reduce stress in your day. In fact, I read a study recently that they had 100 patients. Half of them, or actually all 100 of them meditated. 85% of them had a reduction in blood pressure as a result of 20 minutes of meditation. And the third area is alertness. So when you clear your head and your mind, we're such busy people, we have so much going on in our head. When we really take all of that out and allow ourselves to focus on one thing, it makes us more productive and, in fact, smarter. So if you don't believe me, there's a third study which showed we had 1,000 kids take a mental aptitude test, and then we're exposed to 2 minutes of meditation, and 70% increased their test score by more than 25% as a result. So they really did feel more alert and able to accomplish the exam. So, in conclusion, what I really want to get across today is how easy it is to begin to meditate. You can actually spend 2 minutes, 2 minutes a day, just clearing your head, the exercise that we just all did together. And I want to challenge you to think about where those 2 minutes might come from. So we all have very busy lives. I would argue a commute to work could be an area where you haven't thought about before, a time for you to relax your mind. Perhaps if you haven't practiced yoga before, trying that out. They have yoga classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:45 in the San Francisco office. I would wager that there might be something here in YouTube and maybe even at Walmart. And third, I would practice, if you do have challenges sleeping, I would practice the meditation just before bed. And hopefully you can get the benefits that I've also received. Thank you.